first appears, so we'll go ahead and just... First, I'm gonna... Wait, do I actually have to set buttons? I did that yesterday. Bear with me. Oh, it's because I put it in a different controller slot. Alright. Sorry about this. I do what I gotta do. Because I have both my Retrobit Genesis controller and my White Stick hooked up right now, so... Go and just fire it up.
Rise from your grave.
Okay, so as we start out as this human who just rose from the dead, we have to fight our way through all these ghouls at first. Get some more enemies later. Some of the attacks you're going to see a lot of. Jump kick is very, very good, especially because you can spam it. I personally like crouch jab a lot. I feel like a lot of players probably don't like it as much, but it's really fast. It has really solid range for what you're trying to do. You can just pick stuff off in a pinch. Kind of like you see there. For those that haven't played Altered Beast, one thing to note about this game is that you always have a segment where you're supposed to fight a final boss, but you can't fight that boss unless you're in beast mode. So the idea is you want to get the first 3 blue orbs that come to you. And if you miss those, that can get really bad. But
welcome to your doom.
Love that. Got to him with that. There's actually a quick kill I'm going to go for. It's hard for me to do, but if I miss it, I'm actually going to reverse and not go for it. It involves doing what I just did there, zigzagging back and forth between them. It's really just safer to make sure you can dodge the heads, because if you miss it and it stumble stuns you back out of that, that's really, really bad, because that's going to actually wander you into those projectiles. Very, very likely taking a hit. So, yeah, after I missed it for the 3rd time, I just decided, you know what, we're just going to save these. We're good. Took a little more damage in that stage than I would have liked. You're technically also supposed to only finish this game on 1 credit, which is 3 lives, but there is a code you can use to return back to a stage. Hoping I won't have to use it, but we'll see what happens. This game is really hard. Stage 2 is actually my favorite stage. It features the most busted sphere. Or beast transformation, I guess you could say. It's like hilariously good. Punch these things. Spam some crouch jab because the blue wolf's gonna appear. If you can't tell, the blue wolves are the enemies that spawn those orbs that you need. That thing was in Golden Axe. The dragon's real good. This attack doesn't even matter. The thing where it shoots the laser fireball, that attack is completely worthless. Whereas this electrical force field you can do, this move is super unfair. Like real unfair. And if I place this correctly, I should be able to exhibit that on the boss. Right about... Mash B and he is super dead. There's a chance it can take too long and he can knock you out of it, but as long as you're mashing quick enough, you're fine. And you're placed correctly enough. As long as you do both those things, he is definitely going to die. Alright, stage 3 for me is where the game actually starts to kind of get gross. First orb we have here.
Power up.
Didn't want that. That's not good. These guys can be a real nuisance. Definitely not a fan. That's not good. Leave me alone.
Power up.
Third thing's coming from the left, so I'm just gonna... It's actually gonna push me across the gap. I'm not gonna fall, because my hitbox is so big. Alright, cool, we got it. Okay, so the bear is probably the weakest beast form in the game. You can do some really cool stuff. Like, the roll is kind of whatever. But jumping with the ice breath is pretty strong, and that's what we're going to use against our boss. He is cuddly looking, I gotta give him that. Ah, it's unfortunate. I figured I was due. Okay, cool. If you can maintain that rhythm and spacing, it's pretty good. That'll be it for the bear. Alright, this is honestly to me the stage that everybody dreads. Stage 4 is very difficult. Suffers from a lot of problems. One thing, the enemy groupings are kind of tough, which doesn't really bother me. Like, enemies are enemies. It's nothing compared to Stage 5, for example. That was actually insane. I can't believe I pulled it off.
Power up.
The real problem is going to come in the boss, even though it's no picnic to get there. The enemies. This is actually how the speed strat works in this game. If the screen floods with too many enemies, the screen stops scrolling, so you have to basically kill them as quickly as possible. Not want that to happen. They'll get us a form. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the tiger. It's just, I mean, the walk animation is OD as heck. Like, look at this dude. He just owns the place. Other than that, though, he's just a worse version of the wolf. He has the same dash the wolf does, except it's vertical. And the fireball is a lot more awkward to use. And the boss is by far the hardest boss in the game. This guy is just a jerk. There's so much he can do to you without you being able to retaliate. Like, there's definitely like speed strats for this, but they're not really that safe, so to speak. Where a lot of runs go to die. That's unfortunate. Essentially, the hitbox is that giant orange burst in the center, like where his stomach is. He is almost gone. Oh, the fireball that comes out of his stomach is also a hitbox, so you gotta mind that. Alright, for our last stage, at least I know if I lose my last life here, I can just continue on. This also has the hardest group of enemies in the game. This stage here in particular. Like, there's just all kinds of stupid stuff that's just gonna come your way. These unicorns are an issue unless you approach them from the air. Like, you have to anti-air them. There's nothing else that beats them. And this jab.
Power up.
Gross. No! Just missed it. That's so bad. That's probably gonna get me killed. Very disheartening that was, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we gotta move on to the next phase. That is gonna cost us some time. Oh, that was so close too. I think we have 2 more chances per phase. After the 3rd phase, if you're not a beast, it just transforms you anyway. Okay, cool, now we'll have it. Turn back into the wolf. So now we're golden and it looks dope. How did I miss the first guy? Wolf's still one of the best forms that actually has to walk. Attacks are just really, really good. Like, the body Hadouken is nuts. The actual fireball is really solid. It's gonna be stuck in a little bit longer while we wait out the boss. Never heard the music this far. This is interesting. Got some cool percussive beats to it, actually. So the boss, if I can do this correctly, is actually really simple. Just blow fireballs. Oop. Can't believe I actually got him. That was nuts. Alright, missed the last cycle, or missed the first cycle to get to the boss, but hey, that's a 1 credit clear. I didn't have to code back or anything like that. Time, I believe, is when she transfers into human form. Here we go. Yeah, not a bad run. Not the run I expected to have, that's for sure. Out of all the games I was playing this morning that I was hoping to win CC, I did not expect to clip this one. This game's